In honor of Mother's Day, I've compiled a list of my 10 favorite moms across my favorite TV shows and films. But first, of course, a happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there doing whatever they have to do to support and love on their kids. Now, I didn't grow up with my mom, and our relationship was actually quite dysfunctional. But within the past few years, we have been able to reconnect, work through our differences, and we have a great relationship now. I know that not everyone can do that for various reasons, but for anyone who is considering it, I just want to let you know it can be possible. But of course, it takes a lot of listening and ego death on both sides. Anyway, let's jump into this list in no particular order except for maybe number one. Starting off this list strong, of course, we have Aunt Viv from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. She was a lawyer. She was a very intelligent and assertive woman. She was compassionate, stylish, and she was also like super creative because I don't know if y'all remember, she was a dancer and a writer and a college professor. And honestly, she brought out the best in everyone that she was around. And I mean, how heartwarming and loving it is that she took in her sister's son, Will, who is one of our favorite characters of television ever, right? Next on our list, we have Lorraine McFly from the Back to the Future series. Lorraine was a super protective mom who started off very timid with like low self-esteem, but she ended up showing how she really would do anything for her kids. I mean, this woman really went through the gamut in time. She went into the hypothetical, horrible future, to the amazing future, to the past, to the present, where she was dusty and insecure, to being confident and wealthy. She always stood up for kids, even to the point of pew-pewing Biff in the dystopian future that they were going to be living in. I really feel like this show shows how a mother's love can transcend through time. And although the relationship between these two definitely got a little bit weird at some points, I feel like her journey from a love-struck teen to a strong, caring mom makes her one of my favorites and very unforgettable. Next up, we have Miriam Pataki, who is the mother of Helga Pataki from the Nickelodeon cartoon Hey Arnold. Now, I know that her addition to this list is probably controversial, but I think that it was extremely important how this show depicted a mom who was super dysfunctional, flawed, an addict, which is not something that you see on television often. Her character was actually super taboo. She always forgot Helga's lunch. She favored her older sister Olga over Helga. She was always knocked out. It really just shows you what it's like for some kids who have a parent, specifically a mother in this case, who is emotionally unavailable. Unfortunately for Helga, both of her parents were emotionally unavailable and they both favored the older sister over her. But I honestly can't help but remember that episode where I believe that Big Bob went away for a week or something, and that Helga and Miriam had like a daughter-mom week, and we saw them come to like an understanding. There was a lot of fights and stuff at first, and I don't know, I just always remember that show, and it was probably because of my own dysfunctional relationship with my mom, who was not an addict, but still. I just feel like there's probably so many people who watched Hey Arnold and watched this dynamic and felt like they really related to the situation, so that's why she's in this list. I know this one definitely has to be a crowd favorite. We have Dee Mitchell, played by Sheryl Lee Ralph, on the CW show, I believe, Moesha. Dee was the stepmother to Brandy's character Moesha in the show. She was also her school principal. Now, Dee unfortunately was unable to birth her own children, which was something that her character struggled with in the show. But it was very clear from the beginning that Dee stepped into Moesha and Miles' life, and she really wanted to fulfill that stepmother and guardian role, and she did so with patience, love, support, even when their relationship got very rocky, which it did a lot. I mean, Sheryl Lee Ralph is obviously absolutely drop dead gorgeous. She was definitely one of the 2000s beauty moms that you saw on television. Her and Moesha had this tug and pull role, but at the same time they also had a very trusting relationship. And even at one point when Moesha started taking B control, Dee kept that secret from her, and it caused a rift between her and Frank because she put her trust with Moesha above her relationship, which is like, Yeah! She gave great advice. She stood up for Moesha when it counts. She would give tough love. She even let Hakeem come over and eat her food all the time. She was just a great TV mom who I'll just never forget. Now, I could not do this list without including the ultimate sacrificial lamb, Lily Potter. So Lily Potter is the mother of Harry Potter in the book and TV series. Her actual presence on screen and in the books is so short, but her presence is strongly felt, and what she did set off the story for all the events that we see happening in the entire series. She sacrificed herself for her child, and that love was so powerful that it literally saved Harry's life. Her sacrifice defined the entire series, and it showed just how powerful love is and how a mother's love can even defy, fight, and destroy the darkest magic. Next up, we have Claire Huxtable, who is the mother from The Cosby Show. Definitely one of the gold standards of TV moms. I mean, she was absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, feminine, witty, sassy, graceful, wise, assertive. I mean, so many adjectives. And she balanced a career with the right mix of warmth, but also like no nonsense black mom discipline. I feel like she was such a great early as in the 80s, early depiction of like the modern woman who was intelligent, educated with a thriving career and a loving mom. Mama Gump. We could not have this list without including Forrest Gump's mama, Mrs. Gump. Mrs. Gump was the heart and soul behind Forrest's extraordinary life. She fiercely loved and supported him and did things that I will not mention here in order to secure her child of having a normal future and that he wasn't treated differently than anybody else. She had a very simple but profound wisdom, including one of her famous iconic lines, "Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get." Next up, we have Lisa Landry, played by Jack A. Harry on I think another CW show, Sister, starring Tia and Tamara Mowry. Now, Jack A. is probably one of the funniest moms on this list. She was the adoptive mom to Tia Landry and a stand-in mom for her sister, Tamara. Lisa was super stylish, and I mean, in the show, she was a clothing designer and a seamstress. She was hilarious. She was always making jokes and had a good one-liner zing. She also always had a man-child, okay? They were chasing her down. She also extended her mothering to Tamara when they met. She's just one of those characters that has always been likable, and she's just a pleasure to see on the screen. Okay, by far one of the most insane additions to my list, Beverly Sutphin, the mother in the film Serial Mom. By day, Beverly is a picture of suburban perfection, okay? She's baking cookies, she's obsessing over manners, she's doting on her family. She is literally the perfect stay-at-home mom. But by night, child, she is a ruthless serial killer who don't take no shit. Mess with her family and she gonna get your ass. This movie is really funny, okay? Real 90s humor vibes. It's a black comedy vibes. Nobody will ever make me forget that ending scene.
We did it. We set her free. I knew she was innocent right from the beginning.
You can't wear white shoes after Labor Day.
That's not true anymore.
Yes, it is. Didn't your mother ever tell you? Now you know.
No, please. Fashion has changed.
No, it hasn't.
And so we made it to number one. Can you guess? I'll give you a couple seconds. Truly one of my favorite moms on television, Olivia Benson from everybody's favorite police procedural drama, Law & Order SVU. Olivia Benson, played by Mariska Hargitay, really is one of my favorite characters of all time. It's not even close. She is a compassionate, fair, complex, and flawed character who is assertive and aggressive at times, and she fights for victims' rights on the screen and off. Olivia herself has a very dysfunctional and toxic relationship with her own mother, which, if you know the show and know this character, I can't even say the things that she went through here. But that dysfunction and Olivia being married to her career, throughout the show, pretty much all of her relationships had fallen to the wayside. She always wanted to be a mother, and then finally in season 15, it happened in the most unexpected way. She ended up becoming a temporary guardian over a little boy named Noah who was being trafficked by a pimp. She ended up being able to adopt him after a year, after going through a whole bunch of hurdles over several episodes in which people who were actually related to the boy came back and forth, the mother, this and that. All these kind of people kept trying to stop her from adopting this child. Not to mention the fact that she had a crazy work schedule. But eventually she was finally able to adopt him, and she and him have like the best, most loving, most close relationship. And you can really see how adopting Noah and having that child that she always wanted filled that like familial hole that Olivia always felt like she was missing. So guys, that was my list of movie and TV moms. There's so many great moms in TV and film. It would be impossible for me to name them all, but I just hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that all the moms enjoyed their day today. I hope your feet was up and you ain't have to do shit. And let me know in the comment section who your favorite TV or film mom is, or if you like any of these or dislike, just let me know.